Beneath the intense rays of the African sun, where endless golden sands meet a shimmering horizon, a remarkable civilization emerged, leaving an indelible mark on history. This was the Kingdom of Kush, a land of extraordinary resilience, ambition, and ingenuity. Its story is one of triumph against the odds, born in the shadow of Egypt, one of the most dominant empires of the ancient world. Yet Kush rose to prominence, carving out a legacy of its own. But how did this happen? That's where our journey begins, a tale of courage, creativity, and unyielding spirit. Picture the Nile River, winding like a vital thread through the vast arid expanse of the Sahara Desert. Its waters transformed desolation into life, making the surrounding lands fertile and full of promise. For the people of Kush, the Nile was the foundation of existence. Its annual floods enriched the soil, enabling thriving agriculture. The river served as a lifeline for trade, connecting Kush to distant lands from the Mediterranean to the Arabian Peninsula. It also acted as a natural fortress, shielding the kingdom from invasions. However, the Nile was unpredictable, bringing both abundance and hardship, floods that ruined crops or droughts that left the land parched. Despite these challenges, the people of Kush adapted with remarkable resilience, creating a civilization whose legacy has endured through the ages. Long before Kush rose to prominence, the land of Nubia was known as Tarseti, or the land of the bow, famed for its skilled archers. The Nubians' mastery with the bow earned them both admiration and caution, even from their powerful neighbors, the Egyptians. But these Nubians were more than warriors. They were traders, artisans, and visionaries. Tarseti became a bustling hub where gold, ivory, ebony, and exotic goods flowed, linking the Mediterranean to the riches of Africa. However, with wealth came the covetous eyes of Egypt, which sought to dominate the region and its resources. For centuries, Nubia and Egypt were entangled in a complex relationship, a mix of trade, cultural exchange, and conflict. Egypt's rulers, eager to control Nubia's wealth, established forts and trading posts deep within its territory during the Middle Kingdom. Yet, the Nubians resisted fiercely, their spirit unbroken despite repeated attempts at subjugation. This tenacity became a cornerstone of their identity, setting the stage for the rise of Kush. The pivotal moment came with the collapse of Egypt's new kingdom around 1070 BCE. As Egypt fractured into smaller states, Nubia seized the opportunity to assert itself. This was more than a fight for survival. It was a bold declaration of independence. From their capital at Napata, near the sacred mountain of Gebel Barkal, the Kushites began building a kingdom that would rival Egypt in glory. Napata was not just a city, it was the heart of Kush's spiritual and cultural identity. At its center stood Gebel Barkal, a towering, flat-topped mountain that the Kushites revered as the dwelling place of the god Amun. This sacred site became a powerful symbol of divine authority. Temples adorned with intricate carvings and vibrant murals sprang up around its base, serving as both places of worship and monuments to the legitimacy of Kushite kings, who claimed divine favor as the source of their rule. But Kush's greatness extended beyond its spiritual foundations. Napata became a launchpad for a kingdom that would challenge the mightiest empires and reshape history. The Kushites didn't merely imitate the culture of Egypt, they transformed it, blending Egyptian traditions with their own Nubian heritage to forge a distinct identity. Kushite art, religion, and governance reflected this unique synthesis, embodying both reverence for the past and bold innovation for the future. The story of Kush is a testament to human ingenuity and determination, a civilization that rose from the sands and thrived in one of the world's most challenging environments. It's a legacy that continues to inspire, reminding us of the power of resilience and creativity in shaping history. As the Kingdom of Kush flourished, its ambitions grew with it. The wealth pouring into Napata from thriving trade routes and bountiful agriculture became the fuel for expansion. At the same time, the kingdom's formidable warriors kept its borders secure. While the Kushites embraced many elements of Egyptian culture, such as their gods, writing systems, and architectural styles, they gave these traditions a distinctly Nubian identity. Their art, vibrant and bold, celebrated their deities and leaders, depicting them as figures of strength, wisdom, and grace. Even their pyramids, though inspired by Egypt, bore their unique touch. steeper and smaller structures that dotted the deserts around Napata, standing as a testament to their ingenuity. This rise of Kush marked a turning point for the Nile Valley. The Kushites were no longer content to remain in Egypt's shadow. They began to carve out their place as a regional power, transforming challenges into opportunities and proving their adaptability and resilience time and again. Beneath the unrelenting African sun, amidst the golden sands and the life-giving Nile, the Kingdom of Kush took shape. It was the beginning of a journey that would see this determined people rise to prominence, leaving a legacy that still echoes through history. This is the story of Kush, a tale of courage, ambition, and unbreakable will. By the 8th century BCE, Kush's ambitions extended far beyond its southern dominion. Egypt, fractured by internal strife, presented an irresistible opportunity for conquest. King Kashta, a ruler of extraordinary vision, seized this moment. With a calculated and decisive campaign, he secured control of Thebes, Egypt's spiritual heart. This was no ordinary victory. It was a declaration of Kush's emergence as a major power. Kashta's actions paved the way for an even greater achievement, one that his son, Pia, would bring to life. In 727 BCE, Pia embarked on an ambitious mission to unite all of Egypt under Kushite rule. His disciplined and relentless army swept through Egypt, city by city, until they reached Memphis, the great Egyptian capital. With a blend of strength and diplomacy, Pi issued a bold ultimatum: surrender or face annihilation. Recognizing the inevitability of their defeat, the Egyptians yielded. Yet Pi's entry into Memphis was far from that of a typical conqueror. He saw himself not as a tyrant, but as a restorer of faith and order. He believed his campaign was divinely ordained by the gods, particularly Amun, the revered deity shared by both Kush and Egypt. Pi's victory marked the beginning of Egypt's 25th dynasty, known as the era of the Black Pharaohs, a period when Kushite rulers guided Egypt into a new golden age. For nearly a century, the Nubian kings of Kush ushered in a renaissance. They revived Egypt's ancient temples, revitalized its arts, and reaffirmed the worship of Amun, uniting the two lands spiritually and culturally. Among these rulers, King Taharqo stands as one of the most iconic figures. His reign was the zenith of Kushite power, characterized by expansion, monumental building projects, and strategic alliances. Taharqo's influence stretched beyond Egypt to the Levant, where he challenged some of the most powerful empires of the time. His era was a golden age, a moment when Kush stood as an equal among the great civilizations of the ancient world. However, even golden ages have their twilight. The rise of the Assyrian Empire brought a formidable new adversary. Armed with advanced iron weaponry and driven by a thirst for expansion, the Assyrians launched a brutal invasion of Egypt in 671 BCE. King Taharqo, though valiant in his defense, was forced to retreat to Napata, the heart of Kush. While they lost control of Egypt, the Kushites were far from defeated. They turned their focus inward, consolidating their power and reaffirming their identity, proving once again that their resilience was the cornerstone of their legacy. By 591 BCE, the Kingdom of Kush faced a critical challenge. An Egyptian army, led by the Sate pharaohs, launched a campaign to eliminate the last vestiges of Kushite influence. In response, King Aspelta made a bold and strategic choice. He moved the Kushite capital south to Meroë. This relocation was not merely about evasion, it was a calculated step toward reinvention. Situated near abundant iron deposits and key trade routes, Meroë provided both resources and security, setting the stage for a new era of prosperity. Meroë soon blossomed into the beating heart of a Kushite renaissance. It became a hub of industry, culture, and innovation. The city's economy thrived on iron smelting, agriculture, and extensive trade networks that connected it to markets across Africa, the Mediterranean, and beyond. Kushite blacksmiths, renowned for their skill, produced tools, weapons, and intricate jewelry that were in high demand. The city's distinctive pyramids, steeper and smaller than those of Egypt, rose from the desert, symbolizing a unique blend of tradition and innovation. But Meroë was more than an industrial powerhouse. It was a cradle of ideas and cultural evolution. Meroë was also notable for its progressive leadership. Queens known as kandakes, or warrior queens, ruled alongside kings, wielding both political and military power. Among them, Amanirenas shines as a figure of extraordinary courage. Despite its strength, even Meroë could not withstand the passage of time. By the 4th century CE, the kingdom faced mounting pressures. Climate changes and famine strained its agricultural resources, while shifting trade routes sapped its economic lifeblood. The story of Kush is not simply one of survival, it is a celebration of triumph through adversity. From the bold conquests of King Piye to the industrial and cultural innovations of Meroë, the Kushites carved their place in history with determination and creativity. Though much of their glory has been buried by the sands of time, their legacy endures, a testament to African ingenuity, resilience, and strength. For centuries, Kush's significance was overshadowed by biases in historical narratives. Early European archaeologists dismissed it as a mere derivative of Egypt, overlooking its unique contributions. This perspective began to shift in the mid-20th century, thanks to scholars like Charles Bonnet, whose excavations revealed a civilization of remarkable independence and achievement. Kush was not a pale reflection of Egypt, but a dynamic power in its own right, one that adapted and innovated in ways that rivaled and even surpassed its neighbors. Today, the pyramids of Meroë stand as silent yet powerful witnesses to Kush's architectural brilliance and cultural identity. Smaller and steeper than those at Giza, they number over 200, more than in all of Egypt. And each one tells a story of tradition, innovation, and royal pride. These monuments, less celebrated but no less extraordinary, challenge us to rethink history and recognize the enduring impact of this remarkable African kingdom. Kush was not just a kingdom. It was a legacy of resilience, creativity, and strength. Its story is a reminder of Africa's central role in shaping the ancient world, a narrative of power and pride that continues to inspire. One of the most captivating aspects of Kush's legacy is its enigmatic writing system, the Meroitic script. Developed during the kingdom's Golden Age, this early African alphabet is a window into the lives, governance, and beliefs of the Kushite people. Used for administrative records, religious texts, and possibly even poetry, the script hints at a vibrant intellectual culture. Yet much of it remains undeciphered, holding its secrets tightly. What stories lie hidden in these ancient symbols? Could they reveal the rhythms of daily life, the structure of governance, or the prayers whispered to the gods? This enduring mystery continues to spark curiosity and fuel research, keeping the spirit of Kush alive in modern scholarship. Central to Kushite life was religion, which shaped their identity and governance. While the Kushites embraced many Egyptian deities, such as Amun, they also honored their own gods, like Apedemak, the lion-headed deity of war and strength. Temples were more than places of worship. They were the heart of cultural and political life. From the sacred mountain of Gebel Barkal to the bustling city of Meroë, these sanctuaries stood as symbols of unity and power. Adorned with intricate carvings and vibrant murals, they connected the spiritual and earthly realms, reinforcing the divine authority of Kushite rulers. Among the kingdom's most legendary figures was Queen Amanirenas, a kandake whose bravery left an indelible mark on history. Around 24 BCE, the Roman Empire, seeking to expand its reach into Nubia, encountered fierce resistance. Leading her people into battle, Amanirenas not only halted the Roman advance but inflicted significant losses. Her leadership forced the Romans to negotiate, resulting in a treaty that preserved Kush's independence. Amanirenas became a symbol of resilience, embodying the strength and defiance of her people. Kush's influence, however, extended far beyond the battlefield. The city of Meroë thrived as a center of industry, culture, and trade. Its mastery of iron smelting set it apart, with tools, weapons, and jewelry flowing from its workshops to markets across Africa, the Mediterranean, and beyond. Even today, the slag heaps of Meroë stand as silent witnesses to this industrial prowess. Combined with a flourishing agricultural base and vibrant trade networks, the city sustained Kushite prosperity for centuries. Trade was the lifeblood of Kush, linking it to the Mediterranean, Arabia, and even India. Gold, ivory, and exotic animals flowed from the kingdom, exchanged for spices, textiles, and luxury goods. But trade was not merely an economic activity, it was a bridge between cultures. Through this exchange of materials and ideas, Kush became a melting pot, connecting Africa to the broader ancient world. The story of Kush is a tale of resilience, ingenuity, and ambition. Its pyramids, temples, and writing system continue to capture the imagination, standing as monuments to a civilization that thrived against all odds. Modern archaeology has uncovered the richness of Kushite culture, challenging outdated narratives that overlooked Africa's role in shaping world history. Far from being a mere offshoot of Egypt, Kush was a powerhouse of innovation and influence. The pyramids of Meroë, standing tall against the Sudanese desert, tell a story that transcends time. They remind us of a people who dared to dream, adapt, and endure. The legacy of Kush is not just a relic of the past, it is a celebration of human creativity, strength, and the enduring impact of a civilization that refuses to be forgotten. This is the story of Kush, a beacon of African pride and achievement, a source of inspiration that continues to resonate through the ages. Around 350 CE, the Kingdom of Kush faced a moment of profound change. The Axumites, a rising power to the southeast, launched a decisive invasion, striking at the heart of Kush. The city of Meroë, once a bustling center of iron production, trade, and culture, fell to Axumite forces. This marked the end of Kush as a political power, but it was far from the end of its story. Instead of disappearing, the influence of Kush transformed, becoming a foundation for the civilizations that would rise in its place. In the aftermath of Kush's decline, the region saw the emergence of three Christian kingdoms: Nobatia, Makuria, and Alodia. These kingdoms carried forward many aspects of Kushite culture, blending them with the Christian faith that was spreading across Nubia. Ancient temples were repurposed as churches, symbolizing a continuity between the spiritual traditions of Kush and the new Christian worldview. Architectural styles and artistic traditions, rooted in the Kushite era, evolved to reflect this cultural fusion, ensuring that the essence of Kush lived on. The people of these Christian kingdoms honored their Kushite heritage, preserving stories, rituals, and practices that kept the memory of their ancestors alive. This deep connection to the past highlights the resilience of Kushite culture, which continued to shape the region's identity for centuries. It is a testament to how civilizations adapt and evolve while remaining grounded in their origins. In modern times, the story of Kush has been rediscovered and celebrated, thanks in large part to the work of archaeologists and historians. One of the most prominent advocates for Kush's significance is Claude Rilly, a French archaeologist who has dedicated his career to understanding its legacy. Rilly argues that Kush holds a place in African history comparable to ancient Greece's role in European heritage. This perspective has reshaped how the world views Kush, emphasizing its contributions as a cornerstone of African history and a source of pride for the continent. For too long, the achievements of Kush were overshadowed by its northern neighbor, Egypt. Early European historians dismissed Kush as little more than an imitator, ignoring its creativity, autonomy, and resilience. But as excavations uncover new evidence, the narrative is changing. Kush is now recognized as a powerful, innovative civilization in its own right, one that adapted and thrived in the face of immense challenges. The ruins of Kushite cities like Kerma, Napata, and Meroe stand as silent witnesses to a glorious past. These archaeological treasures provide invaluable insights into a civilization that endured for over 1,000 years. However, they face threats from natural erosion, looting, and neglect. Preservation efforts, led by local and international teams, are vital, not just to protect Sudan's history, but to honor a legacy that belongs to all of humanity. The story of Kush is a testament to resilience and adaptation. The Kushites built a thriving civilization in one of the world's harshest environments, mastering iron smelting, agriculture, and trade. They embraced cultural exchange, absorbing influences from Egypt, Greece, and Rome, while creating something uniquely their own. Their ability to innovate and persevere in the face of challenges offers timeless lessons for today. The pyramids of Meroë, silhouetted against the golden hues of the desert sunset, are enduring symbols of this legacy. Smaller and steeper than their Egyptian counterparts, these over 200 pyramids reflect the unique style and spirit of the Kushite people. They are monuments to a civilization that valued both tradition and innovation, and they remind us of the enduring power of human creativity. As the sun sets over the pyramids of Meroë, casting its light across the Sudanese desert, the legacy of Kush comes alive. It is a story of triumph over adversity, a celebration of human spirit and ingenuity. The rediscovery of Kush continues to challenge outdated narratives, reminding us of Africa's central role in the ancient world. The Kingdom of Kush, though long gone as a political entity, remains alive in its influence, its monuments, and its lessons. Its story is one of ambition, resilience, and cultural exchange, a powerful reminder of the enduring impact of civilizations that dare to dream, innovate, and thrive. The story of Kush is far from over, as modern discoveries and scholarship continue to illuminate the brilliance of this extraordinary kingdom. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with others who love learning about history and culture. Your support means the world to us. We'd also love to hear your thoughts. If you have any suggestions, feedback, or ideas for future videos, drop them in the comments below. Your input helps us create even better content for you. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Join our community as we continue to explore and share amazing stories from history. See you in the next video.